A representative for a clan of were-creatures, Celine Nixcreeve, has been seen across the kingdom doing community outreach and making a plea for her friends and family back in the lycanthrope woods that they call home. When our reporter caught up with her, Celine told FNN that some steamy novels popularized by certain salacious bards, such as the tales Wanton Werewolves and Dominating Dogmen, have created the wrong impression and sparked an interest in individuals who dwell there. She goes on to say that it isn't uncommon this time of year in and around the woods for groups of scantily clad women to be found accidentally tripping and falling in the early evenings during the full moon, and that this needs to stop. Celine provided us with the following statement, quote, "The women who are found at the edge of the woods are not, as the stories imply, ravaged and brought quivering to the woods to be the wolfman's queen. They just get ripped apart and eaten, and some of our pack are starting to develop health problems from the sheer number of women throwing themselves at the forest in hopes of true love or at least a little satisfaction. Worse are the ones who specifically want to be eaten, which triggers an instinct in most of us to avoid and run because the animal knows that when food wants you to eat it, it's never safe." End quote. These rejected women, Celine says, have been known to scratch themselves up and return home where they tell outlandish stories about what has happened, which bards are only too happy to turn into the next big romance story. At best, this causes the cycle to repeat, but at worst, she says, it riles up a mob and causes untold damage to the forest and the innocent inhabitants caught in the middle. FNN has done some investigating, and this does coincide with a seasonal upswing in missing person reports that some experts had previously dismissed as a seasonal malady or a cherub-induced madness, as those particularly drawn in by these types of stories visit locations like the lycanthrope wood in hopes of living out their favorite tales.